welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am so freaking excited because as you can see by my background and my attire for today, I am filming my very first Halloween tutorial of the year. I'm kickstarting the series. I am literally so excited for today's video because it's actually inspired by a face chart that I created. I was sort of thinking about the different looks that I want to create for this year's Halloween series, and I don't know, for some reason I just came up with like a really strange concept of a gradient of like spiders kind of like crawling up my face. I literally have no idea how this is gonna turn out whatsoever, but here is the photo. I'm pretty sure that no one has done this face chart before, but if you guys know of anyone, let me know down below in the comments. As I said, I have so many amazing video ideas planned for Halloween, and if you guys want to stay tuned for all of that, make sure you guys subscribe and also hit the notification bell down below. But without further ado, if you guys want to see how to achieve this Spider Queen Halloween makeup look, then let's get on into the video. Okay, so to start off the makeup, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down a base of like a black to grey sort of gradient from the bottom of my face, kind of like halfway down, maybe up to here. And for this, I'm going to be using the Revolution SFX palette. Revolution have come out with so many amazing Halloween products this year, and I'm really excited to try them out. So the first shade I'm going to be going in with is the black one right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to apply that black face paint right at the edge of the bottom of my face, kind of like my jawline. I'm using a clean foundation brush for this. I'm going to be going over this quite a few times to get that black to be super pigmented and really dark. Also, yes, I'm aware I am literally giving myself a werewolf beard right now. Is this a Spider Queen tutorial or is it a werewolf tutorial? Who knows? So this is actually my first time trying any Revolution sort of like face paint products or anything like that. I've never tried any of the Halloween stuff before. And just in case you guys are wondering, it actually feels quite nice on my skin. I know that sometimes the face paints that you can get from like the grocery store that are like £1 or so are kind of, you know, not very nice feeling on your skin. But this one so far feels kind of good. I mean, it just feels like a foundation. It doesn't even feel like I'm wearing face paint. You're probably laughing right now thinking, Roxy, what are you actually doing? But you just wait. It's gonna turn out good, okay? So once you have successfully covered almost half of your face like this and you're happy with the pigmentation of the black paint, you then want to start basically using your brush to sort of blend out any harsh edges where the black meets your actual skin color. Now the way to do this is to actually blend it upwards in motions like this. You don't want to swipe downwards because you're going to be depositing all of the paint at the top half. What you want to do is you want to kind of just pat the paint and then swipe it up just to have a very light stroke of that paint over your actual skin color. As you can see, doing this is giving me a super nice transition between the black and the skin color. Now to blend this out even more beyond the capability of a brush, I'm actually taking a cotton bud and I'm literally just going to stamp that where the black meets the skin color, and I feel like this will just diffuse that edge even more. Now that my base is done, I'm actually going to move on to creating the little creepy crawlies. Fun fact, I'm really scared of spiders, but at the same time, I think they're kind of cute. So to actually create the little bodies of the spiders, I know, so gross, I'm going to be using the Moon Creations body crayon. This is basically a black face paint crayon. It's super opaque and really creamy. And I'm literally just going to start by creating the bodies. And this will just be a tad bit darker than the base, but that's kind of what you want. You don't want it to be super obvious. And then as you kind of come up and create the spiders in this section here, it should be a lot more visible. So now that the little bodies of the spiders are mapped out all over my face, I'm now going to go in with a smaller, more precise liner. The one I'm going to be using today is called the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This one is super fine and perfect for detailing. So I'm taking this liner and I'm just going to go around the little dots that we've created as the spider bodies, and I'm also going to try and attach some legs to them. Just to let you guys know, this step is going to be quite long and very tedious, so make sure you guys are patient. And also, if you struggle with your arm being really shaky, make sure you just kind of lean up on a table or something and have a mirror in front of you, and that will make it a lot easier to recreate this. So now that the creepy crawlies are all outlined on my face, I'm going to take a black eyeshadow, the blackest and mattest one that I can find in my collection, which actually happens to be from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I'm going to be taking the shade Licorice from this on a little pencil brush, and I'm just going to be dotting that over the bodies of the spiders. As you can see, this is making the body of the spider a lot less shiny because the face paint underneath is a little bit shiny. I mean, as you can see, it's kind of like reflecting off of my face. So doing this will just set it into place and make it look a lot less shiny, and therefore it will stay on all night if you're going to wear this look for trick-or-treating. Once that's done, it's now time to actually create highlight and dimension to these little spiders, and for this I'm going to be using a white ink liner. The one I'm using today is from Maybelline. It's called the Master Ink. I really love this one because again it's got a very precise tip, so it's really easy to control and it's just perfect for small detail like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be creating like a slight highlight. If you think of the spider that's three-dimensional, if the light was hitting it from a certain angle, it would of course have highlight on that side. So I'm going to say that the light source is coming from this direction, therefore all of the highlight should be on the right side of my face. So this is my right side finish with the shading, and as you can see there is a drastic difference. This one looks a lot more like three-dimensional and a lot more realistic. Of course you could just leave it like this without doing the white shading, but I just think it just adds that little bit extra something to it, so I'm just going to repeat the same thing to my left side. So now that I'm happy with the level of detail on the spiders, I'm ready to move on to the eyes. So for the eye makeup of this look, I'm going to be reaching for my Roxxi X Revolution Color Burst palette. Obviously this palette is very colorful, and I mean there's so many beautiful shades that I could use, but I'm only going to stick with the two shades from here, which is called Cocoa and Sky. As this look is meant to be all about spiders, which are of course black, I want the eye makeup to be quite dramatic and dark as well. So first I'm going to take the shade Cocoa on a little fluffy brush like this, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease of my eye and also all over the lid. I'm now going to go back in with the black eyeshadow from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and with this I'm just going to apply that right to my lash line sort of area, and then we're going to smoke it out into the brown shade. Now that the black is blended into the brown on my eyes, I'm going to be taking the shade Sky from the Color Burst palette, and I'm just going to take that on a little flat brush like this, and then just apply that right to the center of my eye to create a spotlight effect. The shade Sky is a super pretty silver glitter, so I feel like it'll go really well with the highlights and the overall look of the spider. I'm also going to take that shade and just highlight my inner corner with it as well to kind of open up the eye and just add a little something to this look. I'm now going to take a black kohl liner and just line my waterline with this. Now to finish off the eyes, I'm going to be taking a pair of lashes. This one happens to be by Little Mix, and this is the Leanne Flutter FX lashes. These are really spider-like, and I thought these would be perfect for this look. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt like this look was missing something, and what that was definitely something going on the neck part. So what I've just done is I've dragged down the face paint onto my neck and then faded it out using the same technique as I did on my face. Now the last thing to do is pop my wig on, and I'll be right back. For this Spider Queen Halloween makeup tutorial. Let me know what you guys thought of it. I honestly don't really know how I feel about it. I think it's a very different look than any other one I've ever done. It was definitely a little bit of a challenge as well, from translating an illustration on a piece of paper to an actual look on my face. But I definitely thoroughly enjoyed doing this look, and I hope you guys did too. If you guys decide to recreate this, please be sure to tag me over on Instagram at Roxxsaurus or even Twitter. If you guys want to see more Halloween makeup tutorials, be sure to subscribe to stick around. I have so many different looks planned for this year, and I can't wait for you guys to see them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.